Hello, I'm Reemerarius, the Channel 57, and first thing out of the way, the mic might be a bit low because I don't know what's wrong with it. It's doing this real fuzzy thing. I don't know if I don't know. So the best way I found to combat it is just turning it down for the time being. So it might be a bit low, and I apologize. So what you've stumbled upon is I'm gonna refer to this as Devlog 0 because unfortunately I don't have the update I wanted to have. So I was supposed to show the main character, right? I am making a visual novel. It's my first go at it. It's this weird core, dreamcore inspired visual novel that's has some love thrown in because why not? And I wanted to create the main character and show her. Everything's written. I need to go through an editing process, but for the first few months of this year, I'd just been writing. So I wanted to move into the art and start making the art. I wanted it to be mixed media, so the characters are going to be 3D models, and the background's going to be a mix of 2D and 3D, right? It's weird core dreamcore shenanigans. If you know anything about it, that makes sense. It makes sense. So why don't I have Brioche to show you? And why am I even bothering? One, I did say I was going to make an update today. And I didn't want to start my devlog journey off on like a lie. So I figured I would just be honest and tell you straight up. This week went to shit. I can laugh about it now, but in the moment, it just this week gradually just kept getting more and more frustrating. So the previous weekend, because I made this announcement that I was starting this and I was going to put updates on my channel last Friday, and I said I would have an update this Friday. My apologies, my throat is dry. This is not the first time I've tried this recording. We'll get to that later. It's because of the mic. I can't fix the mic any other way. So I gave up. So last week, so that one weekend, stuff was happening. So I'm like, okay, I'll work Monday. It doesn't take me that long really to make a model. I have so many little like pre-made stuff that I can just, like the skin, for example, the eyes, the hair texture, that I still like the design of, and I could just reuse and recolor. That's what was supposed to happen. And then I needed to figure out her outfit and how to design her hair and overall like the structure of her face. So Monday was primarily figuring out the structure of her face. And I should have went with my first iteration of her hair. I like this one, but it's not Brioche. It's just not. When I think Brioche, this was not the hairstyle she had. At first I was trying to do something that matched her personality a bit more, because she can be, I don't know if moody's quite the right word for Brioche, but unfortunately, I like this design. It's just not her. Because the original, it was real basic. Like, I don't even know what her outfit looks like anymore. And I should have went with it. So here's what happened. Monday, I thought I was off to a good start. I figured out her face. I still do like her face. I thought I figured out her hair. That was a no-go. And I was getting an idea of, like, her general silhouette. Like, I at the time, I knew I wanted her to have, like, some kind of blouse. Either shorts or a skirt. And then either like knee highs, a tights, paired with some kind of boot. Because she's from like the side of things that are in their universe normal. And then you have the side of things where like the weird core, dream core aspects really shine, right? So she should look relatively normal, but I still wanted her to have a nice outfit. Come Tuesday, I suffer from cluster headaches. And Tuesday and Wednesday happen to be my days for the month. So when cluster headaches hit me personally, it's right behind the eyes. I can't fucking see. I don't want to stare at a screen. Everything is awful forever. So I lost 2 days this week. And then Thursday, my cat decided it was a cool idea to throw up and make me worry. And the vet's like, we're not really seeing anything. Was thinking it's anxiety because, like, how it's describing stuff, they're like, yeah, she just might get really upset to the point she does that. it's like there's not a lot of weight. Like, I don't know. It's just, they said, keep an eye on her. If anything changes, of course, come back, you know? And there's other stuff going on with this cat, which is why we kind of think it's something anxiety or like frustration based with her. So that was a good chunk of my Thursday. And later that Thursday is when I realized, oh no, I don't like the direction the design for Brioche is going in. And I thought maybe it's the color. And I tried different color palettes that I already thought I liked. I thought I liked them. And I was going to... Brioche is going to have like a couple variants you can choose from. And I thought these color palettes would be spread across those variants. And I'm at a point where I don't know if I don't like the color palettes on the clothes, if I don't like the clothes. And I'm starting to think I don't like the clothes. I'm hoping that's the case and I can go back and try the color palettes again. Because when I see, like, I do go on Pinterest. I know Pinterest is gradually getting swollen by AI, but when you can find something good, it's good, right? And there's just people who like to make color palettes, and sometimes they make really good color palettes. And the images and stuff they use to represent it, it just makes it really nice. So I'm like, okay, I want to try that on an outfit. And sometimes it's swing and a miss. It looks good in the Pinterest pin, you know, it looks good in the pin. And then I try to use it, and it's just not how, I don't know if it's how, like, I'm dividing up the colors or what. But unfortunately, changing the colors did not save the outfit. So I'm back at square one for just about everything but her face. So that's how this past week has gone. And at first I'm like, maybe I just should make a video. But one thing I said I would. And I tried recording this multiple times because of the fucking mic. And I've given up. I'm tired. I want to eat. I need to clean up. And then I need to go to bed. So I still wanted to post something to prove that, like, I am serious about this. I do want to, like, make this a thing. I don't want to start on a lie saying, oh, well, I was going to, but oh, well. I didn't want it to be, oh, well, I have nothing to show. I figured I can at least talk about my thought process and just what's going on to, like, make these updates, essentially. So, unfortunately, I learned all the things I didn't want Brioche to be. So we start there. So, may the heavens shine on me and I have Brioche to show you next week. Because what I'm going to probably do is just show you one version of her, whatever the default version of Brioche is going to be. Then following that, I do want to start making some of the main backgrounds. I'll probably sprinkle in some of the side characters, I'm thinking. I think I'm going to hold off on the guys till closer to the end. Because again, it's Weircore Dreamcore with some romance thrown in. And I genuinely think the romance is what's going to make people kind of curious about it. That being said, I'm emphasizing it's thrown in. You're gonna see how it's set up and be like, hey, yeah, it's there. Originally, the romance was supposed to be a bigger feature, I guess, but but what happened was I hit a point where I'm like, I don't know if I put enough Weircore in here, and now it feels more Weircore than anything, which, listen, I'm fine with. So I guess you can say I'm making this for the people who more so prefer weird dreamcore stuff. And if you're into the romantic side of visual novels, I wouldn't say this is a full-blown, like, otome game, but the essence is there, I think. So I'm gonna wrap this up. So, unfortunately, like I said, no brioche. This week just decided it wanted to do its own thing. May I have a brioche to show you next week? And depending on how fast, because I think this weekend is good. So I can probably start on the weekend. I wasn't able to start on her last weekend. Stuff was happening. But I think this weekend is okay enough that I'll have the extra days. And I'm hoping to get her done. So at least get her default version done, because then it's just deciding on like the color changes. And I'll worry about that a little later. I believe that's it for the update. I'm sorry if the mic is shit. Like I said, I tried to fix it. My apologies for not having a full something to show you. But again, I just wanted to not feel like I'm lying about that, whether or not there's an update, you know? I'd rather have a bit of a nothing burger for an update than say I'm gonna update and not update at all. I've seen that in some places, and I'd rather not leave people out in the dark if I can help it. Not without like a heads up. Like if I like, oh, I'm working on this stretch, I don't want to show that to you yet, so there won't be an update. Like I tell you ahead of time. That's the goal. So I'm gonna wrap it up here before I start going on a ramble. Hopefully I said everything I needed to say. If not, oh well, maybe I'll remember to bring it up in the next video. Until then, I guess.